Good morning or afternoon, everyone, if you're watching later. I'm Jill at Vitalia Strongsville, and I'm here for another week of mindful meditation. If you've been joining me for the past few weeks, I think it's been quite a few, we've been talking about different emotions and how we can deal with those emotions or how we don't deal with them and how we can do better. We have been meditating on those emotions and seeing things in a different view. So hopefully you have been practicing that throughout the weeks, how to kind of respond differently when emotions come up for us. It's not an easy task, but it is possible to do. But we just have to remember to check ourselves all day, every day. And it's not always so easy. You're gonna have to stop and think before you speak, think before you react or walk away or whatever it might be. So we've talked about a couple different emotions, and today we are going to discuss and look at the emotion of jealousy. Every emotion that we talk about, all of us have experienced it sometime in our life, whether it was fear or sadness or grief or anger. We all have those feelings. We're not immune to any of that. And jealousy is another one that, whether we want to admit it or not, we have experienced in our lives. So you might have experienced, in high school being jealous of someone who got a role in the play over you, or, won a sports award that you didn't win, or did better than you in something else, or looked a certain way, had nicer hair or nicer clothes or a better family situation. I mean, there's, again, so many things to be jealous of people. Nowadays, we see it so much more because of social media. So everyone's life is on display, whether it is their true life or just pictures of moments of their life that reflect this wonderful time they're having and these vacations they're going on. We see these things and we might, have that jealousy, that envy of, look at this person traveling the world, why can't I do that? Or, of course, the way people look. We see this all the time, body images and everyone's so concerned about now their facial products and all these things they're using to make their skin look youthful and glowing, or people are working out and have these beautiful bodies and we might not look the same as them, and we might feel that bit of jealousy. Why can't I look that way? Or why do they look better than me? It happens often. Maybe in senior living, we see it in certain ways of, again, we're the same age, but they can get around better than I can, or their health is better than mine is. And we might feel that bit of jealousy towards certain people, or certain things in our lives. It's not a healthy emotion because, again, it creates our own suffering. So the more we think about being jealous or envious of someone or something that we don't have, we start to feel depressed. We start to revert to anger, being angry at somebody who, again, might not have those things. And we don't see them as the people that they are because we're only seeing the things that they have that we don't, which then brings judgment into play. Like, well, I don't like her because she has, a nicer house than me, but she might be the most wonderful person in the world. Just because she has a nicer house doesn't give you the right to not like somebody. It's just that jealousy coming into play. So today, instead of looking at the things so deeply that we are jealous of, we are going to turn it around and find and see all of the things that we are grateful for or that we should be grateful for. And it could be the smallest thing. It could be the air that we breathe. I'm so grateful to have fresh air to breathe, that I'm not living in a place where there's a lot of smog and pollution. I can go out to the park and breathe fresh air. We can be grateful for the food that's on our table. I have a roof over my head. Just the simple things that we take for granted. And again, just because someone might have something bigger or better or shinier doesn't mean that we need to look down upon them. They probably earned those things. Maybe they worked really hard all their lives to have these things. Or maybe they are just really in debt and they have spent, credit card after credit card buying all these fancy things. And it's gonna come back at them someday when they can't pay their bills. So, there's so many things to look at, and the jealousy should not take play because of there's so many other things in the world to be grateful for. Flowers and sunshine and the beautiful weather we've been having and all of these things. So we're gonna look at that today. Before we begin, of course, we're going to warm up our body to make sure that all of that anger is not stuck here in our heart and in the back of our body, in our chest, in our lower back. So let's find that nice position in our chairs. Sit up nice and tall. Stack your head over your heart and your heart over your hips. Find that nice line that pulls up the spine. Make sure the lungs are able to expand as we breathe. Sitting up tall allows us to do that. So let's take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. A deep breath in, a slow breath out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Calming that nervous system one more time. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's take our arms out as far as we can and expand the front of the body. So reach out as if there was one person to the left and one person to the right, just pulling your arms. Spread your fingers wide as you reach out and just let that front body open, let the shoulders open, the arms stretch out. And then start to pull the arms back a little behind you. So imagine someone behind you starting to pull your arms towards each other. Lift the chest forward and feel a nice stretch through the front of your body. Good, and then bring the arms forward slowly in front of you and go ahead and intertwine those fingers. Keeping the arms straight, turn the palms towards me and press forward with the palms of your hands. And as you push forward with your hands, start to feel your shoulders kind of coming forward as well. So you'll feel a stretch through the back of the shoulders and into the shoulder blades. Good. And then take the hands and wrap them around your shoulders like you're giving yourself a big hug. And take a few little twists from side to side. Again, stretching the upper back. The shoulders. Good. Come on back to center. Bring your hands to your knees. We're going to stretch the lower back by taking a forward fold. So hands come on the knees. You can use your legs to guide your hands down towards your feet. So start to bow forward. Try to keep the back straight. So we don't want to start to crunch the back like this. So try to keep the shoulders back, the back straight, and hinge from your hips as you fold. And that's going to give you a better stretch in your lower back. So instead of rounding like this to stretch, keep those shoulders back and just lean forward from the hips. Stretch, stretch, stretch until you feel that nice big stretch in the lower back and hips. And then very slowly come back up to a straight spine. Good. Again, use the hands to lead down the shins of the legs and stretch it out. And then slowly come back up. Always feels good for the back stretch. Every morning I wake up and my back's tight and I gotta fold forward and stretch that lower back. Good. One more time. Fold forward. Try to reach a little further towards your toes. And slowly move back up to that seated position. Good. Sitting up tall. Keep your hands on your knees and let's just take those circles around like you're stirring the pot. Any tension from the hips. A lot of emotion is stored in the hips. In yoga, we have a practice where that's all we do is these hip opening poses to get out all that emotion. So get it out, just simply by doing these circles and then change direction. It also feels good too, stretching the hips in the back. All right, come on back to center. Make sure we're loosey-goosey and that we can relax. So a lot of times it's hard to relax when the body is stiff and tense. So we gotta move just a little bit. I mean, you don't have to go out and run a marathon or do jumping jacks in order to loosen up before you can relax. Just a little movement, little stretching, and then it just allows the muscles to kind of give way a little more. All right, we can lose that perfect posture as we sit back in our chairs. So start to bring the soles of your feet to the floor so the feet are flat and we're not crossing the legs or anything like that. We're allowing blood to flow down to the feet from the heart. And then the arms can rest on your chair or on your lap. And if it feels good to lean the head back, you can do that as well. Whatever is most comfortable for you in this meditative position. A lot of times when we meditate, we just lie down. Unfortunately, we don't have the means to do that. Or if we did, we would never get back up. So sitting is just as good. Sometimes it's not as comfortable, but luckily we have chairs to sit on instead of just sitting on the floor, and that makes it better for you guys. So sit up, sit up, sit up, and lean back and relax as best as you can. And as you start to let the body relax into your seat, start to close your eyes and relax the face. And close the eyes, soften the jaw. Make sure there's no tension here, clenching of the teeth, anything like that. And start to sink back into this peaceful state. Letting all the bones of the body relax, all the muscles that surround the bone, the ligaments. And feel as if everything was just kind of falling away from the bones. Letting go of all tension in the body. And let go of the tension in your mind. Notice if there's any chatter or thoughts going on that just keep repeating themselves. And let the mind be clear. And bring to light that blank canvas of the mind where there's no thoughts. Just this blank space. that we can feel during our meditation. You relax the thoughts, relax the body, and just pay attention to your breath. And feel the breath moving in and moving out. The slow inhale, the slow exhale. Notice the breath and feel the breath as it moves through your body. Letting each breath calm the body and mind a little more each time. Sinking into your chair. Continue to breathe slowly as we start to bring thoughts into our minds about the things we might feel jealous about. And bring to mind maybe a person or a place or a thing that we might be envious of. And take this moment to feel all of this emotion, even if it feels uncomfortable right now. Feel that emotion of jealousy and really look at why you're jealous or envious of this specific person or place or thing. What is the true meaning behind the jealousy? What are we really wanting? What are we really missing? And just sit with this feeling for a moment and see what other emotions come up as we think about the things that we're jealous of. See if anger comes up. See if sadness comes up or feeling depressed. Maybe the emotion of fear comes up as well. Fearful that we will never have these particular things. And why that makes us feel so jealous. And start to clear the mind again. Wipe out all of those feelings and thoughts of jealousy and envy. And then start to fill the mind again with all the things that we have, all the things that we are grateful for. Fill your mind with gratitude. And fill it up so much that there's no more room to think about anything else. Be grateful for the shoes on your feet, the pants on your body, the shirt that you're wearing, the breath you're breathing, the moment that you're in, the ability to hear and see. All of these little tiny things that we simply use every day, but take for granted. Allow yourself to feel gratitude towards every single thing. One by one, allow those things to fill your hearts, to fill your mind. even the things we haven't yet received today, like our lunch or a phone call from a loved one. See all the things in the past that have brought you joy that you are grateful for. See all the things upcoming in the future. And of course, everything in this moment. Dig down deep to find the tiniest things. I am grateful that I have all 10 fingers and 10 toes. And even if you have 5 fingers and 5 toes, be grateful for those. Look at all of the things that you have. And do not let the thoughts of the things that you don't have creep into your mind. Look at all of the goodness that you hold right now in this moment. And if those negative thoughts start to creep in, like, I'm not in the best health, be thankful for the health that you do have, that you're breathing, that you're here today with me, that you're surrounded by people that you love, that you can walk and talk and breathe. And it's okay that there's sometimes an issue or an ailment that we have to deal with. We can still be grateful for what we do have, instead of continuously focusing on what we don't. Take another minute to find gratitude in the smallest things. And then again, just like the jealousy, see what other emotions come with gratitude. Joy, happiness, love, positivity, hope. So many things work together to change our emotions or to create our emotions. So we have to look at all the different aspects of what we are feeling. Take one more look at all of that gratitude. Hold it in your heart. And anytime those thoughts of jealousy or envy come into play, close your eyes, look deep into your heart, and you pull out just one thing you're grateful for to replace those negative thoughts. You have all of these resources that are right within your mind and your heart that you can use at any time. So when we feel down, when we feel angry, when we feel jealous, take that moment, allow yourself to pause, close your eyes, take a breath, and change the way you look at things. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And slowly start to bring that awareness back to your breathing. Being grateful for each and every inhale and exhale as you take it. And start to invite in soft, gentle movement, wiggling your fingers, finding gratitude in the movement of your hands. Wiggling your toes, finding gratitude in the movement of your feet. Rocking your head softly from side to side, feeling gratitude of the movement of your body. And coming back to that nice seated position in your chair, sitting up tall, finding that perfect posture again, finding gratitude in the posture of your body, the expansion of your lungs. And slowly open your eyes, and feeling gratitude for everything that is surrounding you, the place that you live, the friends, the safety, the community. And together, let's all take a nice deep breath in. Let your lungs fill all the way up. And then slowly let that air go. Hopefully today you were able to tap into those jealous feelings, those envious feelings that you might have been holding on to. And hopefully you were able to see why you're feeling that way, or why you shouldn't hold on to those feelings, because you were able to see and feel all the things that you are grateful for, and all the gratitude in your life, all the people and places and things that you have experienced and have yet to experience. All things to hold in our hearts and be grateful for. Again, sometimes it's not so hard to see the good when we are focusing on the bad, when we are focusing on the things we don't have, when we are focusing on the jealousy or the wishing we had something different, instead of being grateful for the things that we do have and the things that we've been given and we have been open to receive. And if we continue to open our hearts and our minds and receive the goodness, then things will come to us that we do wish for and that we do want and even need. We can accept those things. Sometimes we don't have things because we're not open to receive them, or we don't think we deserve them. So be open and see that you are deserving of all things. And you might just see something creep up that you wish you had, and the universe, God, whatever you believe in, will provide. Thank you all for being here with me today. Hopefully you can go on the rest of your week and the rest of your lives just filled with gratitude. And when those moments come up where you feel less grateful and angry and spiteful and envious, take a moment, pause, and find something grateful that's right there in your heart. Thank you all for joining me today. Have a wonderful week. I can't wait to see you again next time.